Hey guys, it's Cole here, and I just wanted to kind of do a basic overview of iOS 6 because, as you might already know, I'm a gigantic Apple nerd. So, yeah, I know it's kind of late to be doing this because they released it, or they kind of released a preview of it a while ago, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'm also gonna kind of fit Mountain Lion in this also, OS 10 Mountain Lion. So, yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go chronologically here. Maps. They are making a new Maps app because if you have an iOS device, you might open up the Maps app, and be totally underwhelmed because it really isn't anything, not really anything good. It's not really a GPS at all. Like if you're looking for if you're on a road trip and you're using your iPhone or whatever, it's not really very helpful. So they're really kind of just revamping the entire thing and just making an entirely new interface for it. And as you can see here, beautifully designed from the ground up and sky down. I see because it's like they're doing like an aerial view of it. I get it. Funny joke. Maps will change the way you see the world. Map elements are vector-based, so graphics and text are incredibly detailed. That's kind of good, but I mean, oh no. You can see a picture of New York and insanely awesome pixels. Wow. No, I'm just kidding. That's really a plus. Okay. Even when you zoom in all the way. And panning is smooth. Tilt and rotate into view area. That's kind of cool. Maps keeps the name of streets and places where they belong. Get visual and spoken. Maps street names and places where they belong versus like on another street. Because that totally happens. But Okay, get visual and spoken turn-by-turn navigation. That's pretty much the main focus of the new maps thing, turn-by-turn navigation, which is really cool. And real-time traffic updates and soar over cityscapes. Yeah, pretty much. So only 3 new points to the whole maps interface is turn-by-turn navigation, which is the main one. Really good if you're a traveler and you don't really want to use your GPS a lot because this is amazing. Gives you turn-by-turn navigation, really cool. And then the traffic updates, if you live in a pretty heavy city where the traffic is kind of iffy, it's not really the same every day, then that's going to be really good because it gives you real-time traffic updates. And for example, if you're in a new city, this is the third point. I can't really see this being too useful, but I mean, I don't know, if you kind of if you're a visual learner, this would be really good because you can get like an aerial view of the city and just see. So yeah, if you're in a rural area, that won't be really too exciting. But if you live in a city, that can be kind of useful. But yeah, the 3 things that I just kind of said, and yeah, it's all Apple design. That's really good. You can just kind of see the turn-by-turn navigation things, and it does give you you can update your route, to make it fastest, the most scenic, stuff like that. And yeah, if on the maps they have now, if you see at the bottom, it'll say the estimated time when you by car is this. That doesn't really take into account construction, accidents, traffic alerts, whatever that is. So that's really going to be a main update with traffic, and it will make it really accurate. And then the flyover thing, we already kind of talked about that. Just kind of gives you a flyover helicopter kind of view of the city or wherever you're in. And Siri, awesome. They're making Siri even more awesome than it is. Not only now is it on the iPhone, but it is also on the iPad. That is really cool. And it works in more countries. Yeah, kind of useful, but I mean, if you're one of the few people not few people, but I mean, it does work in more countries, but I mean, it already had most of the main countries, so I mean, yeah. And so Siri understands more languages, works in more countries, and is available on the new iPad. That is awesome. So you can get more things done in more places around the world. Want to know the latest scores and stats for your favorite teams and players? Thanks to iOS 6, Siri knows the answers. Or maybe it's a movie night. Siri can show you the latest reviews and showtimes. Find the best restaurant in town and make reservations. Even open apps for you, no tapping required. Say launch flight tracker or open Angry Birds, and Siri does that. You can even use Siri to post to Facebook updates and tweet for you too. Yeah, okay, so really the main things about iOS 6 with Siri is that, number 1, available on the iPad. That is really awesome because that opens up kind of a whole new line thing. Because I don't know about you, but like for me, when I bought the new iPad, I felt really underwhelmed because Siri wasn't available on it, and it, usually when they have something like when they announced the 4S, which came out before the new iPad, they had Siri, and then they announced the new iPad, and you're like, oh, okay, Siri's going to be on it. Well, it's not. You would assume it is, but it's not. And so yeah, that's good. Siri's on the iPad, but yeah, sorry if you have the iPad 1 and the iPad or the iPad 2, kind of out of luck because it's not in there because it doesn't have a big enough memory chip, a smart enough memory chip to run Siri on it. And it's really so that was the first thing. Now the second thing about Siri is that it works and understands more languages, more accents, and it's available in more countries, like over the 3G and over Wi-Fi. Sorry. So yeah, you can get more things done if you travel a lot. That's really good because you want it available 24/7, and it kind of has more things built right into Siri, such as movies, sports, restaurants, and really a nice new thing. You can actually launch apps with Siri. Really like that, and of course posting to Facebook. That's really good because yeah, like. You could post to Twitter before, but you couldn't post directly to Facebook, so that wasn't very good. But yeah. So yeah, there's that. Okay, let's move on. And we already kind of talked about all that. And Facebook. Yes, they integrated it right into the iOS. So for pretty much what they mean by this is everything you did with Twitter, you can now do with Facebook. And I'll just read this anyway. Now it's easier than ever to interact with the world's largest social network. There's no need to leave your app to do it. Share a photo to Facebook right from camera or photos. Post your location right from Maps. Brag about a high score right into Game Center. If you have your hands full, just ask Siri to post it for you. Yeah, what we just talked about, that's really cool. I really like that with the new Siri thing. And you need to sign into Facebook only once. That's good because I hate signing in multiple times. I like how it remembers it. And you'll be off and sharing. Never miss another birthday or get-together since Facebook events are integrated into calendar. That's really good because every friend that you have has a birthday listed on there usually, and then it integrates it right into calendars. And you can change the calendar view, like for example, if you use the calendar app a lot, it won't be cluttered with birthdays because you can change it like the different calendars that you have, like Facebook birthdays or just birthdays in general, then stuff like that. Really good. And your friend's profile information is integrated right into contacts. That is also really good. So whenever they change their email, stuff like that, it just automatically updates it in your contacts, which is really good because then you don't have to manually change it. And yeah, that's something to post about apparently. You can share links from Facebook right from a web page. That's also pretty cool. It doesn't seem very useful or anything, but yeah. And something also I need to mention, you can interact. You can interact with like when you're in the App Store or iTunes. You can just hit the little like button, and then you can like it on Facebook, which is really cool. But I don't really know very many people that need to post on Facebook that they like an app. That's cool if you do, but not really too useful to me. But I mean, that's nice that they have it. Share photo stream. This is gonna be really cool. Now, whenever you take pictures, you can automatically add it to your photo stream. Or when you take it, you can send it to an album, such as maybe photo stream, and then that'll send it to everybody around you that is kind of following you on that photo stream. And it'll automatically update it so you don't have to email the photos, which is cool. And they can also comment and stuff like that. And yeah, you can view shared photos on Apple TV. They can look at it on the web, any iOS device pretty much, or just any Apple device really, or just anywhere on the web. And yeah, and PhotoStream doesn't count against the iCloud monthly usage thing. So if you didn't buy the thing, like most people did, or like most people, this would apply to most people because they didn't buy like the extra 100 gigabytes of memory or whatever you have. And so yeah, it doesn't count against you for your iCloud monthly usage, or for your iCloud usage, I guess. And yeah, you can like it's just Facebook, but a lot easier. And for only specific people because you can comment on it and like the picture, stuff like that. And yeah, that's cool. And Passbook. This is kind of the main thing with iOS 6. That and Maps are kind of the two main updates. Now you can have all of your little things that you might have gift cards or accounts with. You can have them right on your homepage. Or, well, not right on your homepage, but I mean, whenever you walk into say if you walk into an airport, it might bring up the Starbucks thing and the United Airlines thing and stuff like that. So then you can just slide it up and then show them your phone, and they scan it, and it'll take off your account, or it'll buy your ticket, or just it'll make your ticket valid, stuff like that for Fandango. And for Target gift cards, and for Starbucks. I think these are the main things that people might use this for. Over time, this is pretty much, I think, all the companies that have kind of signed on to this so far. There might be more, but I mean, and I'm assuming over time more things will be available through Passbook, and it does coupons too. So pretty much, it just makes it really easy to have them scan something to get in, instead of having to, actually get a physical ticket for them to scan. Just show them your iPhone, and then you're good to go. And yeah, so there's that, and it is time and location based. So for example, when you walk into the airport, it'll come up with this, and you slide it, and then it brings up your ticket. So your home screen won't look like this, if that's what you were wondering. It won't look like that 24/7. Only when you walk into the certain thing, it'll come up with a little notification. And yeah, pretty much only update to FaceTime is that it is now available over 3G. Not the best over 3G because it is 3G, it's not Wi-Fi. And yeah, so you can take it from whatever, say, like you're in the forest hiking and in the middle of a market somewhere. Yeah, so wherever you happen to be, that's good. Phone. This is kind of a cool thing. I don't really see myself using it a whole lot, but you can, whenever you call someone, you can automatically send it to voicemail so you don't have to wait. So you don't have to wait for it. You can reply to a missed phone call with a message, such as, I can't talk right now, I'll see you later, I'm on my way, what's up, and you can do your custom thing. And yeah, and you can have a little remind me later option thing. And you can put your phone on do not disturb mode, but you can make exceptions to it, which means nobody will call you, or it'll just go straight to voicemail when people call you. And but you can make exceptions to that, like your boss or your girlfriend, stuff like that. That if they call you, it means it's important, and stuff like that. So yeah, you can just swipe at the answer, or stuff like this. And yeah, there's gonna be the camera icon or the camera thing on the home screen on the iPhone. It's gonna be like that, and then you slide it up, I guess, and it'll bring the step up. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, here, let me just show you kind of graphics for the do not disturb thing. Quiet hours. Oh, that's fun. You can make it so do not disturb from 10 o'clock to 6 a.m. or whatever. And yeah, that's cool. Yeah, allow calls from you can have certain lists that it allows people to. And it'll be right there, I guess, in your notifications. That's cool. And here, let's just see what the reminder thing is. Yeah, oh yeah, we're right there. Cool. Yeah, you can decline a call and then remind them to call when, like that. And like geolocation, that's really cool. Like when you get to work, it'll automatically call them when you get to work, and when you get home, when you leave, stuff like that. So that's cool. And an even better experience. Pretty much the only thing with mail is that you can finally put images directly into your emails, not emails, and then you can have a VIP inbox. That's about it. Which a VIP inbox pretty much means nothing goes there. It's kind of the same thing as like the do not disturb, your favorites list here. It's like you can only accept calls or whatever or emails from your favorites, and those will go directly to your VIP inbox. This is like your most important inbox if you're really into using email. And Safari. Pretty much the main things here, only about two things, are, I guess the third, iCloud tabs. Pretty much you can have, like, a little tab list that are on other devices that are signed in your iCloud account. So say you're watching something here, I gotta go. You can click the little iCloud button, like say it'll be up in the taskbar or whatever, and then can pick up your iPhone and it'll send you direct to there. And yeah. And full screen mode, I didn't actually know about this until just now. You can, I guess, go into full screen mode with that little button there, and then it takes away your whole HUD up top thing, your heads-up display thing. So that's cool. It's kind of useful if you want a full screen. That'll be really cool on the iPad. So yeah, hopefully they do have that on the iPad also. And offline reading list. This is pretty cool because it allows you to pretty much access the web offline. So say you can just go on the internet the night before with a bunch of really cool kind of articles and select them it's like it's pretty much just like having a newspaper on your iPad and then taking the paper copy on the plane or whatever, but you don't actually have to take it on the plane. You just have this here. Like, you just add it to your reading list, and then it downloads the entire website for that entire one web page, so you can't really click on other links and go to those. But yeah, that's pretty cool because you can go to that, and yeah, that's cool. So you can have an entire reading list that you can view offline, which is cool. And then the last thing, leave. Yes, this is about the last thing. Yeah, so you have accessibility. So that's really quite a few other things for people with disabilities. Like, you can have, like, for people with maybe focus problems, you can have the hardware button or the home button off, so they can't switch apps. It'll only be in the app that they have until they turn that option back on. And you know, you can have touch on, so like if you don't want them, you know, messing around with the picture or whatever, or just anybody, you can have that, you know, on or off. So it'll just say, like, it'll just stay in that one little web page for them to read or something like that. And then motions, they can't adjust the orientation. I don't really see how that would be very useful, but yeah. And it has iPhone hearing aids will deliver powerful, efficient, high-quality digital audio experience. And yeah, there's, you know, a bunch of stuff for blind and low vision users now integrated with maps, assistive touch and zoom, and working with top manufacturers to introduce made for iPhone hearing aids. So yeah, that's really cool. They have all that stuff for people with disabilities or just with accessibility issues. And Find My iPhone is being updated, I guess. I don't really want to go through all these, but Find My Friends, nobody really uses that anyway. But apparently you can notify others about your locations, you can stay connected, yada yada yada. And they did remodel the stores totally with the iOS 6 update. So they're not up yet, but they will be when you upgrade your iPhone. It looks really cool. So it looks like, and yeah, it doesn't really say much about it here. I already read that, but yeah, it says a bunch of stuff, or it's just really updated, so it's much more user friendly. And new features for China. They have an entire Chinese keyboard now, which is really cool. Like, you can start it to type the word, and then the character will come up there, and you can just click it, or tap it, I guess, and it'll put the character in there, so you can send Chinese messages. That's cool. And yeah, that's about it. And these are the devices it'll be capable with. Compatible, sorry. iPhone 3GS. Well, I'm surprised they still have the 3GS, considering they don't even have the original iPad. Wow. Okay, so the iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4, 4S, 4th generation iPod, which is cool, but all the other iPod users are kind of screwed then. So, yeah, then the iPad 2 and the new iPad. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and, yeah, see you next time.